Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Life with Marianne and Joe. Today I want to take you on a little journey, a journey to the heart of an English garden. There's something really magical about these gardens, especially in the late summer and early fall. As the season starts to turn, the gardens come alive with a final burst of color and life. Imagine walking through winding paths lined with blooming roses, the scent of lavender filling the air, the warm golden light filtering through the trees, casting a gentle glow over the vibrant flowers and lush greenery. Each corner you turn reveals a new delight, from the cheerful sunflowers to the delicate dahlias. But it's not just the flowers that make these gardens so enchanting. It's the peacefulness, the sense of timeless beauty that invites you to slow down and savor each moment. In the late summer and early fall, English gardens are at the most captivating, offering a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. So today, let's draw some inspiration from these beautiful gardens and create something special. Today, what we're going to do is we are going to create an English garden centerpiece on the dining room table. I hope you will be able to gain some inspiration from this creation and possibly be able to use it in your own house. Hope you enjoy it, so sit back, relax, and work through the process with me. Don't you just hate watching somebody dust? I don't know why I put it in, but I did. Next, I'm showing you steaming this runner because it was a little bit wrinkly and that always makes it look bad. And next, I'm just laying it out on the table. Okay, so how am I going to create an English garden on the dining room table? And especially if we're going to use it in the near future, which that's great. I greatly doubt it. But this trick does work because I learned my lesson once during Christmas time when I had something and I had to keep taking it apart, moving it, and I wised up and I created for myself this little technique. So what I do is I take this board, I take a board like this, you can do it any length you need, whatever you want, and I put some garland on it. And I put twist ties on this, and not, those things from the dollar store, the zip tie, not a twist tie. And what I do is I am going to use this garland as kind of like a base for my flowers to stick in. So what I'll do is I can put this right down on that runner, and if I would have to move it, bam, I can just take it and move it somewhere else. So there's a little tip for you in trying to make your life a little bit easier if you have simple supplies like this. All right, so this is not Christmas, so I did not fluff my garland because it's just there as a base. So it has to be there, but we don't want to overly see it, because we just don't want to do that. Now, if you notice, it looks a little bit thicker than the last time I showed it to you, and that's because I just added a little bit more in here, just like see this little piece right here? I just added it in here to give it a little bit more depth so that I can put my flowers in there. So now I have the base for my English garden table setting. Next layer will be leaves. I have an assortment of leaves over here that I separated it out, and that will be locked in the base over here. Think of how that garden looks, an English garden. It has a lot, it's a lot. To the inexperienced eye, it might look a little bit messy because it's a lot of perennials and things growing on top of each other and next to each other and whatnot. So to hide this garland now, I'm going to start inserting these leaves. All right, so here's what I found so far. It says I have these yellow with a tinge of orange. It's a little bit more orange than I want, but I'm going to use them because I have them. And I have these yellow sunflowers as well. I'm going to add lavender in because lavender blooms all through up until the fall. Then I have these beigey kind of daylilies, and I have these white small flowers. Now, I have to go back upstairs in the attic because I have a ton of Shasta daisies, and in my first look, I can't find them, so I have to go take a look for them because I really need them for this arrangement. Well, I'm a little aggravated because I can't find my Shasta daisies, and honestly, I have so many of them. I only have 8 bins of fall things, and I went through them 3 times, so that would be like 24 bins. And I don't know, I must have used them for another project, and you know, I put them somewhere else because I don't know why, can't find them, so I'm a little bit aggravated, but I'm gonna make do with what I have, and if I have to change it later on, I will, but I'm gonna finish up. I found some other yellow flowers, they look like roses, and there's also some yellow with a little bit of orange. I really didn't want to put orange in here, but it is what it is. There's orange out now already because there's a lot of marigolds and things. So let's see where I can go with this. Okay, so I have it in my head to start with this lavender, and actually I think I was going to try to make some kind of pattern with it, you know, in an organic way. So I'm going to try that first, and we'll see where that takes us. All right, so how I started in here, right? And then I came down and I went around and I came down and I went around and I came down. So it's kind of like a big zigzag, but it really doesn't look like that. It kind of looks more wild like that garden. But remember, everything has an intentional plan, and that was the plan for these. Pretend that you planted them. Next, I think I'm going to put in some of the white little flowers I have. All right, so I decided I wanted a little bit more height right here, and so I added in these daylilies right here, and they're, you know, they're not white, but they're kind of beige, and they kind of go with these other little flowers too. So I added that, and now I'm going to start adding in the yellows and those orangey yellows, and let's see how that looks. Okay, so next thing in is I have these yellow roses. I'm going to see how they look distributed, because remember, I have the sunflower theme going on in the rest of the house, so I need that yellow look. So let's see how we go. Again, organic. So next in are going to be these sunflower kind of flowers. Not the giant sunflowers, but you can see they have a little bit of orange in them. Hope you enjoyed that video and it was helpful, and maybe it inspired you to create something like this on your dining room table, or maybe on your sofa table, or maybe on a side table, or you know, anywhere like that. So, you know, again, it's obviously for show. It would, although it would not be difficult to eat around this because you would be able to, you know, sit and actually see the people on the other side of the table. And that's, you know, the goal of creating a centerpiece. You don't want to have something so gigantic that you're not going to be able to see somebody on the other side. So I hope I inspired you to create something for late summer, early fall. Like always, please subscribe if you just stumbled on me. A thumbs up will greatly help me get my videos out. They haven't been getting out there too much lately, and I would greatly appreciate it. You can find us on Facebook, a private Facebook group at Life with Marianne and Joe, and you can see me on Instagram at designsby_Joe. Okay, everybody, I hope you're all doing well, and I will be seeing you really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.